Yo, Privilege Show. It's your boy JoJo coming to you live with episode 42. And we are titling this Monogamy, Schomagamy, Part 1. Be sure to tune in next week for Monogamy, Schomagamy, Part 2 with some very, very special guests in the building. As always, I have two of the best, illest, dopest, craziest co-hosts in the building, Cecily, Jamelia, Isaac Hayes. Hey. Oh, that's the energy tonight. Yo, how y'all feeling? Y'all good?
Good.
Yeah, we look like everybody's good.
Big show.
Listen, privileged people, we're not gonna hold y'all too long. Again, thank y'all for tuning in and staying tuned and tapped into the Privilege Show. Los Angeles, Phoenix, New York, Chicago, India. We see y'all. Thanks for listening. Really, India, yo. India, South Africa.
I like India.
Yeah, everybody's listening and supporting. Yo, last episode we had a blast on Lovers and Friends. If you haven't already, check it out. Episode 41, out on all audio platforms. So today we're gonna hit y'all with the question of the day, of the week, and be sure to tune in next week to unravel it with us. And we're talking about monogamy. Monogamy, does it still exist? What do you guys say?
That's me or you. That's who's going.
I'm looking at you.
And I asked the question on Facebook, and I'm gonna share a couple of our Facebook fan Facebook fans responses. But yeah, who take the floor?
I'll take the floor. Monogamy. Do I believe in monogamy? Yeah, I think it's possible. I think it's becoming more and more scarce over the years. You know, as we enter the future, I'm seeing less and less people believe in marriage. Less and less people staying faithful. Maybe it's because of social media, we see it more, or maybe social media has caused people to become less faithful. But I do see it on the uprise, monogamy is on the downslide. I hope the best and I wish the best for all those in monogamous relationships. You know what I mean? I said for all those, because clearly I am not. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Because here's what I think. If people stop lying, people will stop being hurt. If you are not interested in being in a monogamous relationship, stop telling her you are or telling him that you are to get something from them. Because in the long run, you getting some type of pleasure is not worth the pain you're gonna put yourself through or them involved as well. You know what I mean? Be upfront, keep it real. Personally, me, I'm not into a monogamous relationship. You know what I mean? I'm more polygamy. You know what I mean? Do I think that polygamy is wrong? No, I don't. Do I think monogamy is wrong? No, I don't. In this entire world, it's practiced. Both are. Somewhere. So maybe I should go there.
Well, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. Episode part 2 of this monogamy, schmogamy.
Anyway,
but thank you for sharing. I believe there is practices going on of that. I know that there's practices of it going on. Cecily, monogamy, is it dead? Are you still monogamous? Will you be monogamous?
That's what I want to hear. What's good, Steph? Let's see what you're talking about.
Yeah, what's your Miley? What's good? No, we're gonna unravel this next part 2. But monogamy, what?
I'm just gonna say it like this, and I have questions for you, but I'm gonna state my point. So I feel like we all want things our way, and I think that's natural. I think there's a payoff, though, in working together, and I think that when a couple is monogamous, they're both struggling to stay together and to focus on each other. I think both partners have the ability to be with whomever they want to, but they choose each other, and I feel like there's a blessing in that. I could be out there with X, Y, and Z. I could be around people and not be attached to them and get what I want and leave, but we both choose to focus on each other, and it's like the magic that happens when we decide to not bring anyone else into our cipher and it's just us. I feel like that's when monogamy works the best. And those are the monogamous relationships I see, and I do aspire to that. I feel like when I hear sometimes men talk about they want to have options, I never hear them say, and I want my woman to have options too. Because when he's spending time with other people, it's like I automatically think like, well, what is she doing? Do you want her knitting and waiting for you to get back? Or do you mind that she's turned upside down, inside out by Big Dick Willie? That's just all I want to know. So if you're like, I don't mind what she's doing, and if she's getting, you know, turned out by some Mandingo warrior, then have at it. And that's the confidence that I need to believe that this whole, you know, polygamy lifestyle is for all of us. So I hear that, and I feel like it's skewed for people that want to make sure they get all they need. And I feel like that's fine as long as the people that you're with have the freedom to get what they need and they can express it. You know, I do know women that do not want to be in monogamous relationships, but they kind of have to pretend that they are monogamous in a way, even though they're in that are not. And I'm like, as brazen as these men are to say, I'm here on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I want my sisters to be like, and I'm here on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And you know what? I can't see you till Friday because I need to recover what happened to me on Wednesday. You know what I mean?
Now, listen,
handle that, then we have elevated as a culture, period. And I really don't think that men have. Now, for myself, I know for a fact that I've done the monogamous thing and I've done the freedom thing, and I am a free spirit. However, I do feel like the way that I am and the way that I shine and how I pour into people's lives is for people to be consistent. For me to be consistent in their lives and for them to be consistent in mine. Otherwise, I'm not going to connect with you emotionally.
Right.
You know? And that's, you know, I do crave that. So with anyone that says, well, you know, I'm seeing other people, it's like, that's all I need to hear, because once I start seeing other people, I'm trying to find somebody that replaces you to the point where I won't even need to see what's going on with you because I'm so wrapped up in him. So if anyone has ever given me the freedom to be like, see whoever you want to see, it's like, that's cool, because I'm going to find someone that's going to make me forget about you, because my time is very valuable and I don't want to spend it in different places. It's like I want to be able to maintain my magic and not spread it everywhere, because if you try to work towards multiple goals, you don't really get anywhere. So I know logically that although I could be free and do whatever I want to, it would be fun, but I feel like a monogamous relationship is good for my personality and for what I have going on, because I'm pouring into a consistent situation and we'll get somewhere as a whole. So I can be in those relationships and go through the tough times and be like, okay, you know, I could be over here, I could do this, but I'm gonna work on this because there's something, you know, there's something to it. There's a goal in mind.
Why am I really like focusing on what she's saying? And see, this is my problem with Seth, you guys. The world, listen real quick. I will have my mind made up about something, and then she'll come through here and just fuck up my whole world.
Did I do that?
She does that often, okay? The issue with having Seth on a show with you is that it's hard to follow her or to keep up with her. And now she has me rethinking my entire strategy. Takes a bunch. It's ridiculous.
If you get off this show and call somebody and apologize, and I've done what I came to do.
I'm thinking, like, to be honest though, like, dead ass, while she's talking, I'm thinking about so-and-so. I'm like, damn, like, maybe she has a point with what she tells me, because Cecily's saying the same thing. Yeah.
I mean,
I need to grow up, is what it comes down to, it sounds like.
Man, it comes down to we only get to do this one time. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, we're going to be old. And it's like, you won't have 5 babes on speed dial. You won't have, Sam with the fly abs. It's not that same thing. And when you think about a life together, it's like, I don't want to be having that whole, like, so what did you do conversation with somebody at 65? Like, I want to have a lifetime, a version of a lifetime with something. I want us to sit back and see, you remember what happened with, I want that kind of like camaraderie with someone. I know I can have that, and I'm willing to sacrifice and be like this when 5 men come by.
Right. Let me ask you a question.
Stranger, delete, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Quick question for you, Tess, real quick. For a man, right? what is too large of an age gap between man and woman? What would you say? Man, the man being the older.
Man being older, okay.
Yeah.
Because when I was 18, I dated a 27-year-old.
Okay. So 9 years.
9 years. So I feel like 9 to 10 years actually is, I feel like the cutoff.
What about 16 years?
16 really only works when you have a very youthful older person and a mature younger person.
You're smart. You're a smart woman.
You know what I mean? So you meet somewhere in the middle, because I'm telling you, those moments where you're like, that and then this and that song and my mama used to say, and just it just doesn't work. You know, once the butterflies were off, you're stuck like two people trying to educate each other on how each generational person thinks. And
so what happens when a man is, I don't know, 65, right? And she's what's 15 years younger than that? 48, some shit like that. Can that work? Because she or you know what, better even better. 55 and 40, 39, can that work? Because here we are with a man who's old and a woman who's young.
I feel like, wait, are you reading my text messages?
You know what I mean?
I literally dated someone who was 55. He's the oldest person I've ever dated. Okay. It was, you know, definitely a different generation. I'll push him forward in that way. And he was a young 55 though. Definitely in shape, you know, kept listening to current music. Like I still though felt like his ideas about what women were, what their place was, that sort of thing did not work for me. Like it was very old school, very like my dad. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not into. So the things you have to that I feel like you'll run into is those cultural sort of things, like woman's place, or you know, in terms of like if you're gonna like get married and have a family, like what happens next. Like those are things that I would caution young women to think about. Even ownership. One thing that he said to me initially was about his assets and how, you know, I ain't gonna let a woman do this and let a woman do that, and if I leave, you know, and if I die, all this. And I was just like, why are you
got the old man voice down packed, by the way. That's the old man voice. Let's be clear here. The way she curved those words was the old man voice. Please, let's continue. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna stop, because I feel like, I don't know why men over 55 always talk about that plot of land. I got a plot of land.
That's funny as heck.
Where they're like, they always talk about these plans for this plot of land. Like, I'm super excited about these acres you got in Alabama. Like, you about to develop this mansion. I don't want to be there. I don't.
Right.
Do not get me excited about a whole bunch of dirt somewhere. No.
That's hilarious.
Listen, y'all have dropped some gems on me. Y'all dropped a dime on me today. Thank y'all again. And we're going to tap more into that. It's not over yet, Cecily and Isaac. We're going to unravel this with some very special guests. Make sure you guys tune in next week to another special episode of the Socially Charged, Debatable, and Dope Privilege Show, hosted by three of the illest co-hosts in the game. Tune in every Monday to the audio episodes, which come out at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on HausHillEntertainment.com. Our visual episodes drop every Thursday at 8 a.m. In the meantime, between time, before the day get away from me, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Peace, y'all.
Peace. Thank you. Monogamy, Schomagamy.
Hey.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Stay monogamous.
Hey, what's up? It is Cecily Jamelia, and check us out every Thursday at 5 o'clock on HausHillMedia.com. It's a podcast that you're gonna love. And if you got some extra time, you can check your girl out, Cecily Jamelia, on YouTube TV. Check it out.